Hey, welcome everybody. It's Jay Drexel with United Tax Liens, in an effort to put you on the right path to creating the financial goals or hitting those financial goals that you'd like to achieve. We're bringing you to different topics and different things to consider before you start investing or as you're investing. Today, we have one of our most sought after and most experienced coaches, not only in coaching, but also in investing. And his name is Eric Lloyd. Eric, welcome back. Good to have you here.
Love to be here, and thanks for the invite. Always love working with you, man. You're the best. You're a rock star.
Eric, you're awesome, man. I love the energy we have with each other and going back and forth on these things. So what we're going to cover today in the short time that we have is we want to talk a little bit about, I know the phrasing on this is a little strange. Why should we choose tax lien investing over traditional real estate investing? What I'd like to probably add, and you would too, is it's all real estate. So maybe in addition to traditional real estate, or like for me, tax lien investing was an entry point into real estate for me. It was the way that I was able to get in because of the position I was in my life. Why do you believe that tax lien investing is a great investment, and why is it a great investment, especially for brand new real estate investors?
So with tax lien investing, I will tell you what makes me so excited about it is not only you can actually purchase tax liens at a very low entry point. Okay. So I love tax liens for a lot of different reasons, but the price per entry is very low when you're looking at traditional real estate. So by the way, this is one portion of your traditional real estate investing. Okay. And so you will want to have this as a foundation. The great thing about it is you can buy tax liens, tax deeds at a low point per entry, low cost. And the great thing is like if you're worried about, hey, am I going to make a bad decision? Like, what am I concerned about? Am I going to make a bad choice? Well, the great thing is you're actually partnering up with the local county on helping to generate the taxes that are owed on that property. And so you create and you help solve a problem. And so who better to have as a partner than the local county? And so this gives you a very unique approach. And the cool thing is, Jay, few investors know about how to invest in tax liens and tax deeds. And so if you're here, congratulations, but make sure that you're learning this process and that you have an actual plan and your own individual strategy. And that's what we do, is we help the investors that we work with to create their own individual strategy when it comes to tax liens and tax deeds. You might be an idle investor where you're wanting, hey, you know what, I'm happy to get this certain percent interest, which is this is what the state normally pays, or hey, you know what, I want to focus on the auction. So there's a huge spectrum of investing that is so unknown to the common investor. And that's why tax lien, tax deed investing is so exciting to me.
Yeah, it's a huge marketplace that's growing right now, especially coming out of this pandemic where so many people are, and you don't see too much in the news yet. It's eventually got to come out, but tens of millions of Americans are behind on mortgages and rent. That's got to wash out someplace. Property taxes are never forgiven, right? So it's one of those things that this marketplace is going to explode, and it's something that so few investors really know very much about. It's great to get ahead of that curve. If we ever see anything like we did right after a crash of 07, 08, if we see investors acquiring properties, this is a great entry point for people to get in, to be in a position to ride that wave in instead of trying to catch up like so many people did in the past. And it's just one of those things that very few people really understand, or understand how great it is. And like you said, you're helping others, you're helping the local area, and you're making money at the same time. It can give you great returns, right? And it can help you acquire properties. It kind of checks all the boxes that most investors are looking for. Why do you think the information that people get is either wrong, or maybe they just don't know where to go? Why is it a great benefit to seek us out and work with an investor like you?
Well, the great thing is actually we don't know what we don't know.
Right.
And so we start looking at things. If you're going to look into tax lien investing, we know the answers, and we've helped many individuals achieve success when it comes to tax lien, tax deed investing. But where are you right now? What is your understanding? And then what we create a plan that helps you accomplish your goals with tax liens and tax deeds. And so we'll dive into what is your personal understanding right now? Where do you want to focus on? You may be one that wants to focus in on administrative states. You might want Florida. You might want to invest with some of the tools or the software that we have. You might want to get some specific help on that. And what we really do is we take the complex challenge of this big thing on tax lien and tax deed investing. Do is we make it simple and we make it easy to understand, and we help you create your plan so you can actually take the necessary steps to help you succeed, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Something that I've seen, I remember when I first heard about these, the original picture paint that it was painted back in the infomercial days, probably the late 90s, early 2000s, was how simple it was to buy a lien and you either going to get your money back plus interest or a property. That's really not the way it works. And as you pointed out, each area is different. And it's the things you don't, like you said, you don't know what you don't know. And where people see those little blurbs, they think it's going to be simple. And then when they start to dive in, part of what frightens people, if they don't have somebody like you on their side, is they start to peel back layers and they see how different it is and how many laws, rules, and regulations and all the things you really need to know. And it's super overwhelming. And that's why it's so great to have an investor with experience like you on their side and somebody that's actually taught other investors that thought they knew everything and realized they knew very, very little. And then, of course, to have those tools that even knowing what you know, it's still difficult. It's still a lot of research. It's a lot of homework. It's a lot of due diligence. But some of the tools that we have, like Marketplace Pro and Property Edge Pro, can definitely help propel somebody much further, much faster. Would you agree with that also?
Oh yeah, it makes everything more simple. And so what our focus is, we take the complex and make it simple. And based on what your goals and objectives are, it's like, how aggressive do you want to be? If you want a certain percent return and you want to grow your focus, your strategy, we'll help create a plan for that. But if you're super aggressive and you want to pick up the properties, you want to file the tax deed applications, you're going for the foreclosures, you want to pick up those properties, or even participate in the deed auctions and buy those and then move forward. So we will help along with you create the plan that works the best for you. So we'll help you understand the entire process. If you want to buy all the way at the beginning, which is the tax certificate auction, or you can go to the tax deed auction, all kinds of fun stuff you can learn when it comes to tax liens and tax deeds. And you're in the right place. I mean, our team is amazing. We're here to help you and we want to see you succeed, but you got to take action on it and make sure that you're learning this process. But again, our focus is to take the complex and make it simple and help you achieve your goals.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I know when I first started, it was going through county records, it was trying to figure out land codes and zoning codes. And most of that work is done for you now. Not only the fact that the technology is there, but more importantly, a second pair of eyes, an experienced pair of eyes like yourself, can make sure that they don't miss any red flags or they didn't overlook anything. So if you are on this and you're seeing this, you're seeing it for a reason. I'm a big believer you are where you are and you're supposed to be here to understand this and see this. And if you're intimidated in any way, shape, or form of any of this stuff, or maybe you think you know everything and it starts to peel back, then you realize, ooh, I know very little about this. And I feel that way still this day, over a decade of experience in tax lien and deed investing. I mean, because new things pop up all the time, then be sure to reach out to your coach. And if you would like to get Eric as your coach, because he has such a wealth of knowledge on all these different things and help you, really what they're there for, all these coaches, what they're experts in is finding out what your goals, what your needs are, what you're working with truly, which please be honest with us on that, so they can point you in the direction to help you achieve those goals. Like you said, take something that's never been easy and simplify it, right? And that's your ultimate goal is we have success when they have success. Would you agree with that too?
Oh, absolutely. I actually get more excitement. I love having my own personal investment success, but what I'm really passionate about is seeing, and the most common thing I hear back is that was really simple.
Yep.
I didn't know how simple it was. And wow, it's like, and thank you. And so we help develop a strategy that will help you achieve your goals and realize, hey, you know what? It's just a step at a time and learning through the process. Walk into it. tax lien, tax deed investing is an unknown, and you're in the right place to learn about it. Jay's created this great place for us to share information. Make sure you're taking action on what information we share. So yeah, love it.
Well, thank you again for your time, Eric. And like we said, we're here for you. Our goal is to put you on the right path, because we get you on the right path. You start investing, it helps our business grow and it gives us more credibility. And it's great. Just like he said, I mean, and this is not as a brag, you look at it as a humble brag. Believe me, in the last decade, I've got enough deeds like you see over here and enough checks that it's just work for me in a sense. What's cool is hearing investors like you, when you send me pictures, you send your coach like Eric a picture of your first redemption check, or the first time you acquire a deed, or maybe the first property you acquired that you rehabbed and sold or cash flowing. That's why we love doing this stuff. Am I right on that?
Oh, Dad, you know what? That is the most amazing part when the success happens. And I could actually go on for days telling you about stories that investors have come up with. And I got to tell you, I'll share one very briefly. Last week, I was actually talking to an investor, and he took his family on vacation, went to Cuba actually for 3 weeks. And while he was there, he actually bid on and picked up a tax deed. And on his way back home, he actually was in front of the property when we were having our meeting, and we were doing like a FaceTime like we're doing right now. And he was like, "Hey, check this out." And I'm like, "You picked that property up at the deed auction." And so which is awesome. And like you're saying, Jay, it's like we love seeing our investors have success. We love seeing them achieve their goals. And this is possible for you. You just have to take action and make sure you're working with our team so we can help you get to where you want to go.
Awesome info, man. And that's one of the coolest stories I've ever heard, especially in Cuba, right? So I'm sure they're blessed to have you on their side, and that's phenomenal. And like I said, everybody, I'd like to thank Coach Eric Lloyd for being here with us. Reach out to us. We can get you on the right path so you can be another one of our success stories. Thanks again for being here. And ladies and gentlemen, be sure to reach out to your coach. Reach out to us so we can get you on the right track. As I said, my name is Jay. This is Eric. We're happy to be here and to put you on the right track. So until the next one of these, we'll see you next time.